Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Matt here. Hope you're doing well. So, yesterday, last evening, we got some very, very, very sad news that the late, great James Earl Jones passed away at the age of 93. It was a shock, I think, to everybody. I mean, we knew he was old, he was up there in age, but, we haven't heard any issues, any health issues, anything like that, that would make you think, okay, it might be getting to that time. You know what I mean? This is an actor that has spanned so many different generations that have watched him on in movies and TV. I don't know who in between the late 70s, 80s, and 90s this guy's voice, a very unique voice, a voice that you hear and you 100 recognize who it is without ever seeing his face, to the point that two of the most iconic characters in movie history were voiced by James Earl Jones. Obviously the major one, Darth Vader in the Star Wars movies. And then, of course, in the early 90s, he played Mufasa, or he did the voice of Mufasa for The Lion King. It's iconic in every step of the word. You know, no, Luke, I am your father. I mean, that voice, searching your feelings. You know it be true. Remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king. Remember. The great circle of life. But as an actor that we actually did see on the screen, Field of Dreams is one of the most iconic ones from, turning 35 this year. Who can forget that great, great monologue in the third act of Field of Dreams? James Earl Jones' monologue. Let them come, Ray. Let them come. That is one of the most iconic monologues in probably any sports movie ever. I mean, and then that ending where he goes into the cornfield and he disappears. I mean, that will now live on forever. Death of Mufasa in The Lion King. Dad! Dad! Wake up! Come on! And then you got a movie that I think a lot of people forget sometimes. The Sandlot. Like these are the movies I grew up watching that, when I think of James Earl Jones, I think of these movies. And The Sandlot was no different. Even though he had a very small part near the end of the movie, when Smalls and Benny finally, after chasing the dog down and finally go up to the house, knock on the door, and James Earl Jones answers the door. Old Man Merle? Old Man Merle? Who did you say this ball came from? Babe Ruth. Never mind. You're dead where you stand. George? I know him. And that's another scene though, where, once again, very small role, but just that one scene is so iconic in The Sandlot. Why didn't you just knock on the door? I could have just gone back there and got the ball for you. I mean, it's an iconic film with an iconic scene from James Earl Jones. And then, of course, there's also Conan the Barbarian. I did see that one quite a few times growing up. And my dad was an Arnold fan. Then you got, recently in the past year or so, I finally saw Coming to America, where he played Eddie Murphy's father. Very funny in that movie too. So, this guy had a range. He can be funny. He can be dramatic. He can be, he had that voice. Like I said, when you heard it, you knew exactly who it was, without question. And yeah, this is gonna be one of those actors that, one of those days you're gonna have that moment of, I miss hearing his voice. But yeah, once again, let me know in the comments below, are you sad to hear that James Earl Jones, one of the most iconic voice actors especially in the movie business, passed away yesterday? He will always be remembered as Darth Vader, the father, and also the father of Simba and Luke Skywalker. We're talking about Tom Hanks being America's daddy. Well, James Earl Jones was everybody's daddy. Pretty much. And he died in most of the movies that he's most iconic for. Star Wars and The Lion King. So yeah, this was one of those like, oh, no, you can't kill the world's daddy. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, Matt the Mad here, what is your favorite James Earl Jones movie? Which Star Wars movie is your favorite? The Lion King, The Sandlot, Field of Dreams. Let me know in the comments below, Matt the Mad here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment.